Fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Tuesday, October the 28th, the year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Addition versus subtraction. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, we're in the last trading week of the month of October. Make sure you have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose. It's really just that simple. Now, addition versus subtraction. I'm not talking about math. I'm talking more about you as a trader, as a human. You're probably more prone to add than you are to subtract. The funny thing is, what we really want to do is we want to add to our portfolio in terms of how much money we have. We want to make that go up. And the way we can do that is by subtracting. Maybe I should have called this addition by subtraction. Um, because usually what happens is we start out with something that's kind of simple. Maybe it's just a horizontal line on the chart. And then the next thing you know, we're adding indicators to it. We're adding sub windows. We're adding overlays. We're adding, when probably all you need to do is subtract. I mean, I was talking with Walmart earlier today, and there's a couple of horizontal lines I had put on my phone. I think I've mentioned them before. And it just seems like price, every time it gets near that line, it either reverses or it breaks through or it hangs out there for a while and then takes off. And I said, you know what, Walmart, we could probably just randomly pick a number between 0099, and every time a price ends at those levels, or we just put a line there and see what happens. But, you know, this chart here, it's real simple. Weekly, daily, inside bar, highs and lows. I mean, today we broke out of the high side. It was at, call it 33.53. It went all the way up to 33.69. So what's that? 53.69, that's 16 pips. Maybe you picked up 10 of those. I don't know, but that's not a bad day. Yeah, especially if you're trading at scale. On the downside, it broke through 32.87, went down to 32.47. That's 40 pips. So if you did nothing more, nothing more than just trade those horizontal lines, would have been a bonus. Would have been very nice. And not to mention, um, you know, right here, this 33.87, actually, it broke through the inside bar that happened yesterday. So at 33.10, so that's 10 plus 53. That's 63 pips on that short potential. In fact, I think Walmart picked up 48. And he said, hey, if I would have stayed in, he would have had 75. But, so sometimes it's real simple just to, subtract all the extraneous things off the chart. I mean, I know I've written hundreds of indicators, maybe even thousands. I lost track, so many. But yeah, we can have these simple charts here. We can make them a little more complex, but once again, these horizontal lines and some dots and outside bar, inside bar indicator. Um, we can have some more horizontal lines with the ATRs. And this is really kind of interesting here when you look at the ATRs. Simple wick zones, simple pivots. And yeah, yesterday I was traveling, so that's why we didn't have a Monday weekly open and gap video. So we took out the pivots from yesterday and today. For the week, we've taken out the pivot, and this month we've taken out the pivot. And you can see here on the monthly, we actually broke through the previous month's low. Pivot trading plan here. Once again, horizontal lines. I was trying to rat zone horizontal levels, buy zone horizontal. I guess that's on the other chart where I have the Fibonacci's. It's a little more, has a lot more lines and things on it. But once again, just by subtracting. So, you start with a blank chart, then you add to it. And I think if you're having anything that displays here, I'm not talking about multimeters or, just like price displays, things like that. But if you've got more than 3 things happening here, you probably need to start pruning your chart. So in this case, we've got horizontal lines, we've got flip-flop box, we've got the indicator 2 for M1 and M5, and I also have the indicator here that shows, see, some of these are turned off. They higher high, lower close, or lower low, higher close, just as something to say, hey, is it going to go or not? So you can see here price is dropping. It broke through that flip-flop box. Back up here, you see we've got indicator 2 on M1, cross below indicator 2 on M5. And so there was a trigger here, or there was a flip-flop trigger there. You had a couple of higher high, lower closes here saying, okay, start to look down. And then prices dropped accordingly. But really, I just, used to, when Kreslik was up and running, which Mihal says he's going to get it up and running. I think he's having too much fun. He, it's been months now. But we had a thread, the charts on drugs, where, they were works of art. I mean, it didn't look anything like a price chart because it had so many different colors and shapes and lines and whatever on it. But really, just take a good look at your chart and say, is there something on here I can do without? Is there something on here I'm really not using? Is there something on here I really don't need? Because you have to remember one thing, and that is everything you have on there is a story. You're telling a story such that you tell the story, hey, when the indicator 2 on M1 drops below indicator 2 on M5, that means price is going down. And does it work? Sometimes it does. Does it work every time? No. I mean, right here, it dropped down and all of a sudden it consolidated and turned and went back up. So it's just something that you have to remember. All these things is somebody saying, hey, this is a story that I believe in, and that's what these indicators are. Now, we got the market structure traders out there with their order blocks and their imbalances. Once again, it's nothing more than a story. Because see, a blank chart's just a blank chart, and it just tells a story of high, close, open, and low. That's all you get. And then, the Japanese, these candlesticks, they say, well, if it looks like this, it means one thing, and if it looks like that, it means something else. Once again, it's a story. Somebody made it up. And when you start to realize that so much stuff in trading and in life is just made up, then you can see clearly. And tomorrow we've got the FOMC coming out. Let's see, where do we have? I was trying to find. Well, I can do it here, I think. Hey, wow, we got a big range today. Something happened. The range was smaller a little while ago. I guess price decided to move. We got FOMC. I was thinking they were going to kind of stall it, but maybe they pushed it down here to 32.47, which is the launch pad, and it just launched right out of it because we're up to 74. And normally, when price goes down to the launch pad, the story I tell myself is you got to be careful. But if it opens below, the daily open is below the launch pad and the price moves up to it, that's when I like to see it. But so you can see here, price came down, bounced, and then kept going. And if we go all the way to the 1 minute, you can see here, failed to put in a lower low. Had this, like right here was an order block, as they say. But they usually don't do the order blocks on the 1 minute. I think they might do as low as M30. But, right here, there'd be your order block. Price went up, came back down, time to get back in. And there was some money to be made. But once again, stories, stories, stories. So you might want to ask yourself, you take a look at the indicator that you got on the chart. Do this for every indicator. It's like, what's the story? What story am I telling myself? Indicator 2, close below. When it switches color, close above. Okay, look to go long. There's a few pips to be made. It crossed below, but you just let it close. Maybe if you're looking at M5 here, it finally came down, had a 3 ball, changed colors here, closed above. Maybe you let that candle close and make sure it's actually closing above. Then you get in. There are some pips to be made. Right here it closed, looked like right on it or just slightly below it. Next one closed above. Once again, color change, got in, pips to be made. Here you go, color change, even though it's near to 3, if you wanted to go short, there was pips to be made, color change, pips to be made. Once again, it's a story. You could call it hairy hindsight, but right here, right now, we just had an open, there's a color change. You take it long. Depending on your position size, your risk, maybe you get stopped out. I don't know. It's trading. If you knew, then you could bet the ranch, and then you could have a couple of ranches. But you don't know. You're taking a guess, educated guess sometimes, and then you just have to wait and see what happens. And that's why we have stop losses. But the thing is, once again, you know, look at your chart. Look at the indicators, each one. Ask yourself, what's the story? Why did I add this? Do I still need it? And just be brutal. Now, if you're winning, if you're, every week, month, quarter, year, you're making money, then don't change a thing. But if you're struggling, if you're profit loss line kind of looks like this, you're not really going too high, you're not really going too low, then you might want to take a look and see. Because there might just be one thing that you change, that you adjust, and it'll make all the difference in the world. Because, fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out. Oh, and I hope everybody had a fun and safe weekend.